Yeah,
how
I
that
can talk
whole
about
thing
it.
unfolded.
Now I'm in
Like,
the NFL, so the NCAA cannot indict me, so I can talk about it openly. Went to the SEC, they hand out that brown paper bag money. It's not a joke. That's why the SEC was on top for a while. They was handing out that brown paper bag money. I think highly of myself, but like to hear your name called and a team in the NFL validate everything that you think about yourself is like it's like none other. People are gonna talk down. Just don't listen to it. Buy in. Have faith in the Lord.
man, I'm so blessed to welcome in this next guest. I just told him it comes to no surprise. I knew I would be doing this interview with him one day. I want to welcome in Buffalo Bills cornerback Davison Igbinosun. Welcome.
Thank you for having me, Neri. I appreciate you having me, man.
For sure, man. First and foremost, congratulations. We were just talking here. It's a blessing, man, but in your own words, how did it feel to get your number rather your name called?
And, yeah, it was a dream come true. Been working to hear for my name called my entire life. So like it was just a dream come true. I'm just thankful that the Lord chose me.
Yeah, man. And like I said, it comes to no surprise. You were an amazing talent for Union High School, you and your brother. It was a privilege to cover both of you, not only from the football side, but just the personal side and what you guys brought to that community. Um, what's the response been like from the Farmer Nation?
Man, just been nothing but love. Like actually, I was at the high school working out this morning, and I stopped by the school, say what's up to like the athletic director Ron Zezer, and he just brought me around the kids. Like I felt like just mad love from the whole community, the teachers, all the people that have poured into me to get me to this position. Everybody just treated me with just mad love.
That's what's up, man. And I saw the reactions from draft night. I know your brother Desmond was not gonna miss that for the world. But just talk about you have such strong family roots and connections. Just talk about what that night was like for you and your family.
That night was probably the best night in like the history of my family. The whole family was here. The whole family pulled up to support me and like just waiting on that phone call. Everybody talks about like the emotions of draft day, but it's not till you really live it and experience it that you understand it. Like waiting on that phone call is just like the most nerve wracking thing that I've ever been a part of. Like nobody's talking. You can hear a pin drop in my living room. Like it's 30, 40 people in the living room, but it's complete silence to that phone goes off.
Yeah, and just talk about what was that day like? Did you expect to go round one, or were you kind of just prepared, like, hey, if I get my name called, I'll be ready, but it's gonna happen. So
Yeah,
just
so
take
like, I
us out
think
with that.
the whole day, like, I didn't even get sleep that night before. Probably like up at like I usually go to sleep at like 9, 10, but 11 o'clock I'm still up. So I text my DB coach from Union who coached me. His name is Walden Dufresne and my high school quarterback Jaden Stewart. I texted him like I need to work out like first thing in the morning, just because that's my therapy when I'm out on that football field. That's the only time I can actually like not worry about what's going on in my life. So woke up at like 6 a.m., 7 a.m., got and went right to the field. Just I went on the field just so I couldn't think about it and just know that like I don't know, like I just put in a lot of work that day just to know like even if the phone goes off or the phone doesn't go off, I know that like I put in the work. So I just got on the football field, put in more work that day, and just after it, just like regardless of how it ends, regardless of how the cards fall, just know that like I put in the work. And like I think the biggest thing is just I think highly of myself. But like to hear your name called and a team in the NFL validate everything that you think about yourself is like it's like none other. But the day
That's
was stressful though. Day was a very stressful day. Like my agent called me when I got back from my workout. Just got back home. He's like, "Yeah, like I expect today to be your night, but like there's a chance you might go tomorrow." Mind you, the day before I already went to Louis Vuitton, got a full Louis fit. Already called people to pull up to my house. Already catered the food. So I'm like, man, Forget what my agent's talking about, bro. I serve a living God. I'm gonna get my name called today, man.
That's amazing. That was gonna be my next question, or I guess statement. I'm like, well, if I assume you had a fit ready for it, so
Definitely,
there's got to be audibles made if it's a different day. Uh,
definitely.
Shout out to Coach Walden. It's funny, he's like my liaison for Union to this day. But when both of
Uh,
you guys played, yeah, it's funny. And something I always try to stress on this show is, we obviously love to bring on our 5 stars and our well-known coach, but it really warrant like we do this to try to get so much exposure. And I try to shout out, our defensive coaches and our assistant coaches as well. So I just want to give a quick shout out to Coach Walden Dufresne. He is I'll say he's a close guy to me, and like I said, my Union liaison. So
so
shout out to
definitely,
all
like
those.
if there's any part of this interview that blows up, I pray that it's this part of the interview. Walton Dufresne, my junior year of high school, senior year of high school, he got me, Luckenzie Jules, Kendall Barnes, Omar Ibrahim. He had us waking up at 5 a.m. pulling up to Union High turf, getting to work in before school. Like he was like, and like he was there with us. I'm sure he had a job, he had a family, he had things to cater to. But every time we called on Walden, he was there for us. Like he never told us no, I'm not going to be there. Every time, like he saw that the hunger inside of us, and he matched it. So even to this day, I just worked out with Walden today, this morning. Like whenever I call on Walden, he never tells me nah, I can't make it. He just makes it happen for me. Like he sees like the hunger and the dedication I have for my craft, and he matches it. And like he doesn't get enough credit at all. He didn't get enough credit at Union. Now he's the DB coach at Paramus Catholic. So I'm happy that he's climbing up the ranks, climbing up the ladder. But he needs to get much more credit in the state of New Jersey for like what he did for what he did for me and my family, me and my brother and like my boys. He sent like, and also another thing, that whole secondary at Union High when I was there, all of us are in school now. All of us went Division 1. Kendall Bourne is at UMass. So Kenzie Jules is at Marshall. Omar Ibrahim, he was at Temple. And now he's at Monmouth.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you said. I was just gonna give a shout out to Omar as well, because I know I don't know if he went to Merrimack first, but
He went to Hampton. He went to Hampton first.
oh, okay, yeah, I know it was blue and yellow, or just
Yeah,
blue, but
yeah.
he definitely climbed the ranks. And when I saw that he went to TU, I was happy for him as well. And he was a Phil Simms guy, and that's another thing. I was fortunate enough to see Jair Brown playing that Phil Simms game, and he made it happen. So I tell all these guys whenever I do these interviews throughout the season too. I don't care if it's D3, D2, D1, JUCO, like it's a blessing to play, and you
Definitely.
just gotta make the most of your opportunity, man.
Definitely. Like, bro, football is a privilege. We cannot take this game for granted. The fact that you get out there and go ahead, put your helmet on, and strap up with the boys, you can never take this for granted, bro. A lot of people would die to have the opportunity that we have. So, like, live it up, make the most happen.
For sure. And you know, I covered a variety of sports, with my first gig, but football for some reason, whatever. Maybe it's just that we're with you from training camp all the way to the end.
Right.
But I think that's what it is. And to see, I actually referenced it the other day. I was going through I still have some footage, but there was a try scrimmage between you, East Orange, and Phillipsburg. And it's like
Do you have footage from that?
I have like a little bit.
All
I got
right.
into a little when I left Jersey Sports Zone. I kind of ruffled some feathers, and I kind of had to turn over a lot of stuff. But
Okay.
it is what it is. We're on to bigger and better things. It couldn't
Right.
stop me. But yeah, I referenced like that scrimmage was crazy because obviously Kyle Lewis just got drafted as well to the
Right.
Dolphins. And I'm locked in with Phillipsburg.
Yeah.
That's a great community. They've always embraced me.
Great
Like,
program, definitely.
yeah, like if you're a football fan, like you can't knock the state liners. Like,
Nah,
come
you
on.
can't. Not at all.
Like,
That's
right?
that's big time football in the state of New Jersey.
Yeah, I've heard people say like, oh, they fancy themselves the Alabama of New Jersey. I'm like,
They
they
do.
probably
Like,
could if they wanted to.
you need to go down there and witness a game. It's a real atmosphere.
It is, and they got one of the best and loudest bands. And
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's crazy. But
Talking
speak
about Kyle Lewis, I seen Kyle Lewis at the Senior Bowl. Like even at the combine, all we talk about is if my season didn't get canceled, it would have been us versus EO at Rutgers. Like that would have brought the whole new. That would have brought a lot of the community together. That would have brought a lot of people together, man.
that yeah, that is insane when you think about it. And I was actually I was happy to hear from Coach Oliver because I gave him a little shout out, draft night. Just wanted to say good luck to all you guys, and I was glad that he reached out. He's that 13-0 team was crazy, and then it was unfortunate what happened to you guys. I was telling a couple people that story. They almost didn't believe me. I was like, wait, I got footage, but it for those who don't know, maybe you have seen the story, but you formed a walkout to kind of like protest your season getting canceled over some BS COVID tests. But just what did you learn from that whole experience looking back?
What did I learn from that? That's a great question. Like, I learned about like the importance of brotherhood, the importance of a band of brothers sticking together, regardless of like win or lose, regardless of if we have football or if we don't have football. Like, I can honestly say the community in the township of Union rallied behind us. Like, they wanted what was best for the kids. Like, it's unfortunate that the superintendent, I'm gonna say his name, Scott Taylor, did a terrible job. Like, he mishandled the situation completely, but the way that it transpired, even though it didn't go the way that we wanted to, the way the community rallied behind us, it was just like a beautiful thing to see. And like, just don't let anything like shake you. Don't let anything break you. Cause like when that occurred to me, when that occurred to our team, the community, I just knew that the Lord had more in store. Like there was bigger blessings down the line. So I didn't just allow that to discourage me.
And obviously Chip would have been a great cap to the season, but like you say, you did something that was just so memorable that live
Definitely.
on. So it's like you said, it's unfortunate that we didn't get that crazy sports ending, but it really was it almost like a little bit more impactful, if that makes sense, in a non just like the most
Yeah.
respectful way possible.
No, I understand. I would agree. I would agree.
Awesome. And then I still do have a picture of this. I think I was interviewing you for, maybe it was player of the year, something, but I have a picture of you. Maybe I'll send it. You had you
Uh,
had Kentucky
I
gear
think
on.
yeah, Kentucky gear. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's
I
do you
think you interviewed me for the zone men finalists.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
Do you
remember.
have any of your old, like what do you call
I
it, like
do.
recruiting gear?
I do. Like my stepdad wears a lot of it. Like I gave a lot of stuff away like to stretch. I gave a lot of it back to like the boys at Union, just to like inspire them.
That's awesome, man. It's funny you say that. I went way back when I was in college. My best friend, he was going to OSU, so this was way before like NIL. This is so like illegal, but this kid on the team gave us tickets. Like
Mm-hmm.
he sold them tickets. We went.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually sitting next to Nick Bosa's family, but
Wow.
it was incredible. Yeah, it was incredible time. And then I went to meet the dude afterwards. His name was Rico. Shook his hand and he gave me like a bunch of stuff because he didn't like it.
Rico,
But
like is that his real name or is
I
that is
think
that his nickname?
that was his nickname. I'm pretty
Okay,
sure he
okay.
wound up getting drafted,
I know
and it was
I know exactly who you're talking about.
yeah, shout out to him. But yeah, he threw me a bunch of gear. It was like the first time I met him. I was like, I appreciate you, man.
Yeah,
I
for
was like,
sure.
you get the tickets, and then yeah, I was like, I'm
I know who
like,
you're
that's what's
talking
up,
about. Rico.
man. Yeah, no, he was a character, man.
Not yet.
My boy was he was like a transfer, and they got put in a dorm together, so they roomed together for like a whole year.
Okay.
And he was like, yeah, they formed like a friendship. And then, like I say, he hooked him up with the tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was cool. He was a cool ass. Speaking of OSU, coming out of high school, you originally went to Ole Miss, so you got a little taste of the SEC. Then you
Yeah.
go to the Big Ten. Can't ask can't ask for a better football resume than that.
Nah,
So
can't discredit it. Can't discredit it.
but before we jump into your time at OSU, just talk about your stint in the SEC and just the environments and just like
Yeah,
the I guess the tone and the level of football compared to you grew up in the Northeast.
indeed. So like, this is like I want to say pre NIL. This is before NIL went global. So like the SEC was still the top of the food chain. So I'm like, I think I'm one of the best players in the country. Why would I not go to the SEC and go play against the best players in the country? So just went down there. Chris Partridge recruited me, Jersey guy. Went down there, just earned everything. Got an opportunity to start true freshman All American. That was the biggest thing. It's me betting on myself. I knew I could do it. I knew I was completely capable. So when everything when everything played out the way I expected it to play out, it just played out exactly how I wanted to. So I expected it. I expected the success.
Awesome. And then talk about your decision to go to Ohio State. Obviously, like, you read different things, but I just want to hear directly from you. What was
Yeah,
kind of that process
cool.
like and then just
Um,
switching over.
for sure. Chris Partridge recruited me to Ole Miss. I didn't go to Ole Miss because of Lane Kiffin pulled up in a Porsche. I didn't feed into any of that. Don't forget that was my stepdad just reminded me about that. Um,
You just
Chris Partridge.
reminded me about that.
Yeah, Chris Partridge, like Jersey guy. So even before Partridge was recruiting me, like I knew about Partridge. Partridge was the head coach at PC. Like we got mad respect for him up here in the Northeast. It's like when he started recruiting me, I'm like, dang, like I gotta go play for him. Like he's a true and honestly, like even now, full circle moment, me at the combine, just how he handled me, like in this football business, you'll meet a lot of shady people, a lot of people who'll say one thing and do complete opposite things. Have nothing but love for Chris Partridge. He's just a transparent and honest individual. So when he got fired at Ole Miss as a D coordinator, I'm like, I'm getting out of here too. That's my guy. If you get rid of my guy, you're getting rid of me. So I hit the portal and I'm like, started taking my visits, but like again, my coach Walden Dufresne, like mind you, NIL is in effect now. So they're sending me contracts, bags. Walden's like, bro, don't chase the money, chase the dream. And like he knows, like I wanted Ohio State out of high school. Ohio State didn't offer me high school because I went to public school. Ohio State doesn't even stop and recruit the public schools in New Jersey. They only go to the big north. So Ohio State offered me, Ryan. They called me when I was in the weight room at Union High. I'm like, bro, it's a no brainer. Like I get to go be a Buckeye. I get to go play against Marvin Harrison every single day, good or bad day. Like if I'm passing class, if I'm having a bad class, if I pass an exam, I fail an exam, I still got to go line up against Marvin. So it's gonna help me for Sunday. It's gonna help me be the best version of myself. So it was a no brainer. Like just the way Ohio State develops talent and what the talent does in the NFL, like no brainer.
Yeah, no, honestly, going against that guy every day, how do you not reach the level that you're at right now? And
Right.
you were fortunate enough, natties and just great memorable games and tradition. Talk about just talk about some of your top moments that maybe, weren't televised at Ohio State.
Wasn't televised moments. I mean, those mat drills at Ohio State, bro. They should televise them. That would make for good TV. They should televise those mat drills. What the strength program does to you in the wintertime, they try to like break you down to build you back up again. It's like it's insane. Just the work that gets put in. And then I would say like a moment that would live in infamy though at Ohio State, like probably like it wasn't televised. Even it would live in infamy, but then the effects of the moment got us a national championship. When we lost the team up north my junior year in Columbus, in the locker room, like there was like just altercations, a lot of infighting. And then after that, the next day we all came in, had a team meeting, talked about like what exactly where we went wrong, and we looked around the room and like we knew that we had all the talent in the world. We had enough talent in that room to go on a run. We knew that there was no team in college football that was better than us. So we all looked at each other, locked in, and said like, "Bro, let's go win a national championship." And then to end it all, we locked hands and we prayed as a team. That should have been that was a made for TV moment. When that occurred, I knew he was going to win a national championship. Because like when you have that many people that have a common goal, that have a common goal, that are that locked in and have the same faith, you can't stop them.
That's awesome, man. I love to hear that. Now, coach, I mean, you're gonna know better than anybody, but I feel like Coach Day sometimes gets a little bit of a hard knock. What was it like playing for him?
Bro, Coach Jay gets a hard knock because he's the head coach at Ohio State. Like it's the most probably the most scrutinized position in all of sports, being the head coach at Ohio State. Like you can go 11-0, win, lose one game. Now they're telling you like they're asking for you to get fired. But Coach Day is just another honest and transparent dude. Everything that he said to me in recruiting is the same guy that he was. And like I just love his passion. Not even his passion on game day, his passion for practice. Like he's constantly finding an inch. And you know, like at Ohio State, we're all like basically the best players in the country. But he doesn't allow complacency to kick in. He makes everyone uncomfortable. And that's how when you're uncomfortable, that's when you grow the most.
Yeah, no, you can just kind of tell uh like just I've been around a lot of coaches. Obviously, not all of them are Coach Day, but you could just tell the great ones from the good ones, and just you know even after the natty and the losses, I just always appreciate how he handled you guys. So
For sure.
shout out to him. you know, we've been talking a little bit about NIL and everything. You probably played in one of the most interesting times in college football with the introduction of like an official NIL and all this stuff. Can you just talk about like when you initially were like, "Oh, we're good. Like we got a portal, we have NIL." Can you kind of like just talk about when you initially like
Yeah,
how
I
that
can talk
whole thing
about it.
unfolded?
Now I'm in
Like,
the NFL, so the NCAA cannot indict me, so I can talk about it openly. Went to the SEC, they hand out that brown paper bag money. It's not a joke. That's why the SEC was on top for a while. They was handing out that brown paper bag money. Um, Went on a couple visits, seen that, experienced that, and then I got to Ohio State, NIL. And like, bro, NIL is just sweet. Like, people were living good. Like, everybody keeps asking me what I'm gonna spend my first NFL check on. Like, bro, this is not my first rodeo with some money. Like, I don't really need to get anything. I kind of have everything I already want.
yeah, that's like I said, it's a really unique time that you got to play in. I did any foreign players kind of come back and are like not like animosity, but they're just kind of like, man, you guys don't know how good you have it.
Nah, definitely all the time. Like, even like, uh, nobody knows how good they have it because what I made last year, what I made last year at corner one at Ohio State is not the same price that corner one at Ohio State is going to make this year. The market, it keeps increasing every year. So like by the time like I have a son and he playing college football, the market's gonna be insane. Like so, of course the older guys come back and be like, "Damn, you didn't know how good you got it." Of course, that's how it's. I expect it to stay like that unless Nick Saban goes to Congress and tries to get it under wraps.
Now the NIL, I feel like it's kind of like whatever. I mean, that's capitalism. I mean, if you are,
Indeed,
I'm like, if you are that popular or whatever, like
indeed.
it's fair game. In terms of the transfer portal, how do you feel about that? Do you think there should be a cap on how many times you can leave? And just speak on that.
Um, that's a good question. I would say, bro, like I'm all for the transfer portal because college coaches they say they're gonna stay for 4 years. They're gonna be here throughout, and then as soon as they get a bigger offer, they hit it and leave too. So I want everybody to have the equal opportunity. Like if a coach can go find a bigger bag somewhere else, the player can. So I'm all for that. I think, but like a lot of players, I think are messing up because they leave for a bigger bag and then sometimes they don't even get on the field. And then sometimes they leave for a bigger bag, and then they lower their draft stock. So just, I would just say like, I'm all for it, but for the players, just move smart. Like ask, you're like ask for guidance, seek guidance before you just like make those decisions.
Yeah, and I think one thing that I think maybe doesn't get discussed as much in like with the transfer portal is like kind of like the change of like tradition, like you go in like the one school, so like it definitely is different from like back in the day. But I guess kind of talk about that, like you go from one program to another, and then like I feel uh like you spent time at OSU, so you were definitely like bought into the culture. I'm sure you were bought in at Ole Miss, but you were definitely bought in more at Ohio State. I guess kind of just talk about the difference in cultures a little bit, and
Yeah.
how you have to be somewhere a little bit for you to really appreciate what that program offers.
Definitely, like at Ole Miss, like there was culture, but it's not till I got to Ohio State that I saw like, dang, maybe at Ole Miss the culture wasn't really there. Like at Ohio State, The coaches don't really have to say much to you. The strength coaches don't have to really say much to you. You see how everybody else moves. You see how all the players handle themselves and how they conduct themselves as men and as football players. Like you have no choice but to buy in. I answered this question before. Like when you get to a place like Ohio State, like you don't have much room for error. People don't really make that many mistakes. They don't make boneheaded decisions. You don't get in trouble because that's not the culture in a place like Ohio State. Like people expect for you to be an upstanding citizen, as opposed to like a place with no culture. Like they're speeding. Everybody just doing their own. Everybody's in for self. Like Ohio State is a true brotherhood. Like it's not. It's of course it's about football, but it's bigger than football.
Now, listen, I love the culture at OSU. Like I said, I've been fortunate to have gone there. And when you guys did play that team up north, just to see all the alumni that came through, and even LeBron James was there. Like,
Yeah,
it's just crazy. You see Zeke Elliott, LeBron James, all these people. Shout out to JT Barrett. He was a quarterback one at the game I was at. Um, I don't want to keep it too much longer, but Dave, during your college time, did you ever hear anything in particular about any other teams that you were like, damn, that's pretty maybe it was like out of control?
yeah, a
Because you were
lot.
just mentioning speeding and things
A
like
lot of
that. It
teams, a lot of teams. Like it's just like, bro, with the whole transfer portal and like the scheme of college football, these coaches are constantly moving for a bigger bag. A lot of teams don't have any culture. Like, but that's not a conversation the country is ready to have. There's not a lot of culture in a lot of these programs. But that's why you get a program like Ohio State, who has a tradition and a history of success, because it's like it's the people, and like there is already a set foundation of how you're supposed to handle yourself. Like you watch the people that come before you, like you try to move how they move. You behave the same way that they behave. So like that's just gonna put you, if you have a blueprint for success, as opposed to these other places like they're hot one year and then the next year they're fired. You know?
Yeah, no, and not on the same level. I did gain a little bit of respect. The first time I went to Notre Dame, I gained a lot of respect for them because I always used to think like Notre Dame was uptight, all this, but their people are super bought in. But for the record, I'm just saying when they lined up against you guys, I didn't think they were gonna pull it out. I think you guys are just a little meaner. That's just me though. Uh, so Dave, I was just looking it up. I believe there's about, you're close to 90 guys getting ready for, training camp eventually, but about 90 guys on this Bills roster. There's about 11 of you looking for, various cornerback spots. Just, you're getting ready to go to rookie mini camp. Just, talk to me, man. What are some of the vibes, feelings, and emotions heading into this once in a lifetime moment?
Yeah, I would just say I'm taking it day by day. Just gonna take it slow, get acclimated, get accustomed to being a part of the Bills, and like when it's time to go, I'm gonna go. Just gonna take it day by day. Get with a couple of vets, get with the coaches, put the work in, put the extra time in that I need to separate myself.
Yeah, talk about because I was talking to somebody and they didn't believe me like how fast this thing moves because you and like I literally showed them. I'm like, look, he already got his jersey, everything. People don't understand how fast like once you get the call, like you're on the jet, it's overnight, sometimes next morning. Just talk
Mhm.
about as soon as the call ended, for those who don't know, just kind of giving them behind the scenes
Yeah.
of what the procedure was for you.
All right, cool. I'll walk y'all through it. So you get the call. Boom. They call your name on TV. Boom. Your people celebrate, go crazy. Phones going off. The media people at the Bills. Yeah, you got to talk to the media in 30 minutes. We're going to put you in a Zoom call. Okay. Do that. You got to talk to more local media. So you do 2 Zoom calls that night. After that, they call you back. Say, yeah, what flight works the best for you? No, matter of fact, scratch that. We're going to put you on a 6 a.m. flight. You'll get to Buffalo. You'll get to Buffalo at 7 o'clock. Mind you, so this is like midnight, maybe 1 o'clock. Telling my mom, yeah, my mom doesn't know because they're only talking to me. I'm telling my mom, yeah, we're going to Buffalo tomorrow. Make sure you get some sleep so we can wake up on time. I finally go to sleep, get to Buffalo at 7 o'clock. And then now you're meeting the GMs, meeting all the people who took a chance on you, and then you're with media. And then I was there from like 7 o'clock to like 5 p.m. I flew back to Jersey. It moves fast though. Like, look, I'm about to be in rookie minicamp like in a couple days. Like next week, I'll be in Buffalo.
I love it. I love it. So what do you so before you head out there, are you turning it on? Or are you kind of just like what's kind of your approach so far
Now,
with training camp next week?
yeah, I told you I was on the field with Walden this morning. So like I'm turning it up. I'm ready to go rookie minicamp. Like I don't I'm turning it up. I'm doing all my DB drills. I'm ready to just be trying to sharpen all my stuff. Ready to go for minicamp.
And throughout this draft process, I know you probably had a bunch of people in your ear, trying to give you elixirs and secret juices, whatever, uh, lucky charms. What's some of the best advice that you've gotten in this entire process?
My boys at Ohio State from a year ago, Jordan Hancock and Lathan Ransom told me, bro, just be IGB, bro. You built for this. Trust your training. You train for this your entire life. Just be you. Don't be trying to be anybody that you're not. Don't have outer body experiences. Just be you. Like trust everything that you've done to get to this point.
That's awesome, man. Before you go, you want to just give a message to all the players, the young men out in Jersey that are chasing that same dream that you are right now.
Definitely, like if I can do it, so can you. I'm not no different. I'm not no special. I just had a dream and I chased it. A lot of people doubted. A lot of people made me feel like I couldn't do. A lot of people like all the naysayers, they just motivated me. Like a lot of people are gonna talk. A lot of people are gonna talk down. Like use that to fuel you. Like if you're not doing something like at an exceptional rate, people are gonna like if nobody's saying anything, you're not doing it right. People are gonna talk down. Just don't listen to it. Buy in. Have faith in the Lord because, like I said, I'm not like I've seen people that have more talented than me, faster than me, jump higher than me. Just stay true to the course, bro, and also like get them grades up because you're not gonna go to school without them grades. So definitely get them grades up and just trust the process, trust the training, be very intentional. Like if you want to go to the NFL, act like it. Like as even if you're a freshman in high school, act like it. Stand out. Set yourself apart from what everybody else in the neighborhood is doing. Like you need a crazy work ethic because they're not just giving it out to everybody. Like a lot of people, a few. It says many people are called, but few are chosen. So just make sure you're one of the chosen.
I love that. And Dave, once again, man, true blessings for you and your family. I'm so proud of you, man. You made the whole state proud. And like I said before, we're not surprised. You're an outstanding guy, and we know you're going to kill it in the NFL, dog.
Appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Davison Igbinosun for the Buffalo Bills. Can't wait to
Thank
hear
you,
that.
Derek. God bless.
You too, brother. It's only going up from here.
Yes, sir.